All right, y'all. Hello and welcome to some of the most underrated and hidden gems of the European continent. I think this is going to be awesome. We're just having some fun today because it's almost Christmas. I hope your holiday season and your end of the year has been going well. It's a fun time. Can also be a stressful time as well. I just appreciate you taking time to join me here. I am pretty festive today. I got Santa golfing on my shirt, on my Christmas sweater. And it's pretty warm in here. I'm right by the fire, so I'm sorry. I had to. Let's waste no more time. Let's get into it. All right, let's see. This is not Bruges, Ghent, or Amsterdam. Wow. It's somewhere pretty. That's for sure. Wow, even got the canals. God, it's so European. I know it sounds funny to say. Oh, wow. What is this? Mechelen? Belgium. Probably saying that wrong. My apologies. Beautiful place. Wow. Belgium should get some more love, I feel like, right? It's just not talked about a lot. Maybe politically, because I know like the EU is centered there or something. But like just on a casual level and talking about like cool cities and interesting places, when it comes to that kind of stuff, I feel like I don't hear about Belgium a lot. And perhaps it is a little bit underrated. I mean, this looks like a beautiful, beautiful city. Wow. Right? I feel like the food probably slaps there too. Tons of culture, tons of cool architecture. Perhaps less crowded than places like Amsterdam, right? Or Paris or something. Yeah. Definitely feel like this would be a fun place. Wow. Is Belgium underrated? Probably the best view in Prague, and hardly anyone notices it. Damn. I wish I was having a meal right there. This looks like it's about like just after sunset. You see how it's like almost dark out? Yeah, I want dinner there tonight. Oh my God, that's beautiful. I guess it's called the Club Lavka, one of those hidden gems that offers an unspoiled view of the castle and the Charles Bridge. Come here for a cocktail or a bite. Trust me, the magic happens at sunset. Yeah, that is really, really cool. I gotta admit, right? That looks like such a nice place. Perhaps a little colder right now than when this video was taken, but regardless, I wish I lived somewhere that looked like that. Now, I'm an American. I wouldn't know this firsthand, but I feel like just from what I've seen, I feel like Prague has always been kind of a underrated city, like really good, just never talked about like London or Paris or Amsterdam, right? And I feel like, is this fair to say though? I feel like it was one of the best places you could go in Europe, especially when it came to experience versus cost. Like it was, not well known. It was maybe cheaper than all those places. I feel like the jig is up though. I feel like Prague is kind of getting the global respect now, and more people go there than probably 20 or 30 years ago. Maybe it's way more popular. I feel like the secret's out. Is that fair to say? Doesn't take away that it's a great city. I'm just saying, I feel like Prague probably gets a little bit crowded now. Whoa. 2 hours from London is this hidden gem? My God, this is freaking gorgeous. Whoa. Okay. Dude, and anyone who's anyone is a sucker for like a good, beautiful green space, right? A garden, a yard, whatever you want to call it, right? This is spectacular. Look at this. At least to me, this is borderline like exotic. This is really freaking cool. And then you have that cathedral or castle, like that makes me think cathedral, that glasswork in the front. Geez, that is unbelievable. This looks like something out of a movie, but almost like out of an animated movie, like something that almost seems too magical for real life, but this is definitely real life. Yeah. This is Arundel Castle, Arun District, for those that were wondering. Looks like a scene from a Disney movie. Would love to visit. It's exactly what I said. It literally looks like such a place couldn't exist, but there it is. That is absolutely beautiful. I've never seen anywhere like that here in the U.S., to be fair.
This is considered the most beautiful village in Poland, and yet almost no one talks about it. Imagine this,
wow,
a village
look
where
at the
every
colors,
house is a
man.
canvas. Here, walls, fences, and even dog houses are adorned with vibrant floral paintings,
Oh,
a tradition
this is
passed
so
down
cool.
through generations. It all started over 100 years ago when the women of the village began painting flowers to cover soot stains in their homes. But over time, it turned into something magical, an art form unlike anything you've seen. As you stroll through Zalipai's quiet streets, you'll feel like you've stepped into a living art gallery. Follow for more hidden gems.
Okay, that is spectacular. That is literally spectacular. I love it, dude. I love the colors. I love how everything's art, even this tree trunk. I mean, this is so freaking cool. Look at that. What a fun place that would be to go through. I mean, look at it. They go on the ceiling, the rafters. No place is left untouched. This is really cool because the European store I always talk about and reference in my videos, we were just there when I'm filming this, we were just there last night. And I noticed they have a lot of, Christmas stuff out now, of course. And it was beautiful. They have like different like Ukrainian things, Polish things, Russian things, some German things, like kind of a little bit of everything. I would say mostly Eastern European based stuff. They had these giant ornaments that were like bigger than my head, and they were in like a case and you could buy them. And I think they were hand done. I don't know if they were imported from Poland or if they were done by Polish people in Chicago. I'm not sure. But I could tell you what, this is exactly the vibe it reminded me of. I mean, these were like hand painted, you could tell, right? They were like amazingly well done, big ornaments or something for Christmas. And it was like this style, like all this intricate flower work. And then of course they had some winter ones. It was very, very beautiful. And I wanted to get one so bad. Maybe I should go back. They were kind of pricey, but fair enough. I mean, when it's beautiful work, it should, demand a price. Yeah, this is such a cool vibe. I've seen a lot like this. There's actually a shop I've never been into right next to the Euro store I talk about, and it's called Doma, and it's a lot of this clothing, like Eastern European clothing. It looks so freaking cool. I want to go in there too. Because that dress right there, that's beautiful.
See in Europe before they get too popular.
Okay.
This is Tokaj in Hungary, which is said to be the oldest wine region in the world. They make the wine of kings here in underground wine cellars that look like cute hobbit houses. And this stunning hotel is the best place to stay when visiting this spring. Settled amongst the vineyards, they literally have rooms with actual mini saunas in them and this stunning in and outdoor spa. We love the service, the spa, and of course the wine. And when you go, do not miss a visit to the eerie Boldog Kovaralja Castle. To see in Europe before they get too popular. This is Tokaj in Hungary, which is
Hungarians, y'all are like
the
smartest people ever. If you can constantly pronounce this stuff, I'm just saying that is a true definition of a mouthful. I will not be trying to pronounce that. Very cool though, very cool region there, and this is absolutely spectacular.
This stunning hotel is
not to mention
this is Tokaj in Hungary.
This Tokaj section,
which is said to be the oldest wine
region in the world. How freaking cool. Hungary. Definitely hidden gem material, I feel like. I'm kind of blown away. I'm a little bit speechless. This looks like an amazing place. Wow. 5 hidden gems you've never heard of. Ooh, look at this place in Germany. Oh, these go fast. Okay, I'm just going to do it one by one. Look at that. Oh my God. Landshut, Germany? That is so picturesque. Holy smokes. Look at that. Dude, this is why Europe hits different, man. It really does. Huta, Georgia? That is beautiful too. Jeez. Naousa, Greece. Yeah, Greece is gorgeous, man. Faroe Islands. Wow. Yo, that looks like the end of the world in like a good way. That looks so cool, dude. Man, I tell you what. I feel like people don't understand how, like, the reason I like this video is because we haven't looked at something like this in a long time. And, everyone knows the big cities, the famous places, maybe even, a couple big national parks or something, right? But this kind of reminds you that Europe is huge, right? And, the whole America versus Europe thing is funny because a lot of Americans are always like, well, Europeans, they don't realize how big the U.S. is. And it's like, dude, true, maybe, but I don't think a lot of Americans realize how big and extensive Europe is, right? And this kind of reminds you, like, I've never heard of these places. That guy was right. I've never even heard of this town in France. It looks gorgeous. I've never heard of that town in Germany. Looks gorgeous. That's what I'm saying. And I think people forget about a lot of like the southern countries and even way up north, right? It's just interesting to me. This doesn't feel real. Oh my God. Speaking of Christmas time, that is absolutely spectacular, man. I know there's a few big Christmas markets, just a few in the whole U.S. I've not even had the pleasure of going to the big one in Chicago or the big one in New York. But yeah, I feel like as a country, can't compete with that. I mean, Christmas markets hit different in Europe. This one is in Dresden, by the way, according to the description. I mean, what a view, right? You open your shades, it's sunset again, and this is your view in winter. Yeah, you're going to feel like you're in a Christmas wonderland or a Christmas dream, at least as an American. That is so freaking cool. Someone who did not grow up with this, this to me is just mind-blowing, actually. It's awesome.
Did you know Lisbon hides some of the most underrated spots in Europe? Wait until you see number 3.
I tell you what, Portugal looks damn cool to me. And again, kind of not talked about a lot. I don't know why. It looks pretty beautiful, but let's see.
It looks straight out of a movie. First stop, LX Factory. It's a creative hub under a giant bridge filled with art walls, indie shops, rooftop bars, and one of the coolest libraries in Portugal. Next, the Pink Street. Yes, the road is literally pink.
Oh, that's cool.
Once part of Lisbon's red light district, now it's the trendiest nightlife street in the city.
Interesting.
Then there's the Miraduro da Senhora do Monte. It's the highest viewpoint in Lisbon, offering insane
look at that
panoramic
sunset.
views, especially at sunset.
That is a cool view. I love vantage points like that. Definitely would have to hit that up.
Hidden gem alert. The village underground Lisboa. Imagine old double-decker buses and shipping containers turned into cafes, studios, even co-working spaces. For something local, visit the Azulejo Museum. It's filled with centuries of stunning ceramic tiles that tell Lisbon's entire story through art. And don't skip the Tram 28 ride. It's iconic and winds through the city's most historic neighborhoods, giving you a front-row seat to Lisbon's charm. So which of these spots...
I wish this was a real video, like not AI narrated, so my apologies. I mean, it's not my video, but still, those are kind of hard to listen to. Winds through the streets. Yeah, you mean winds through the streets. Anyway, take that with a grain of salt, because again, AI, I'm a little weary of that. But Lisbon for sure, again, looks like an awesome spot. I would love to explore, regardless of if these points are legit or not. Lisbon, Portugal looks awesome. I feel like they have great weather there. Look at the terrain there. Looks awesome. And somehow, maybe not, maybe I'm wrong on this, but somehow seems a little bit under the radar, at least compared to the big hitters like Paris, London, Amsterdam, Berlin, right? Like these places just seem a lot more famous. And maybe it comes from like size, right? These are big cities. Maybe it comes from historical context. But again, yeah, Portugal looks awesome. Prettiest country you've never heard of. My goodness, it is pretty. Look at that coastline. What? And mountains? Hello? Where is it? According to the description, Montenegro. Montenegro looking absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Forget everything I said. This is a definition of no one talks about it ever. I almost forget this is in Europe, honestly. Like, I almost forget this is a country and that it's in Europe. My apologies. I will never forget again. This place looks spectacular. Look at that shot. Look at that pristine white building. Look at the water. That huge mountain back there. Wow. Tell me in the comments if you're from there and or if you have ever been there. I feel like people are definitely missing out.
Forget Switzerland. There's a country that looks just as magical. Alpine lakes, castles on cliffs, snowy mountains. But it's 5 times cheaper.
Where's this?
Here, you'll find a lake with an island so beautiful it looks like a fairy tale. A full gourmet dinner with local wine.
Oh, hell yeah, that food looks good as hell. Look at that view
and a
with the
luxury
food.
hotel with mountain views. Only $60 a night instead of $300 in Switzerland. The best part?
$60 a night? Jeez. A boring ass hotel in like an ugly place in the US is like $100 or $120 a night. That's hilarious. Wow, that's
Hardly
amazing.
Anyone outside Europe even knows about this place. No massive
Jeez, it
crowds,
looks so beautiful.
No overpriced tours, just quiet trails, crystal clear rivers, and villages where time feels frozen. You can hike alpine peaks, swim in turquoise lakes, and drink wine that locals say is better than France. All in the same day. It's the perfect mix of adventure, relaxation, and culture without draining your bank account. This hidden paradise is Slovenia. Would you swap Switzerland for Slovenia?
Odd comparison to Switzerland there, maybe because Switzerland is known as like a getaway place, an expensive, tourist, like an expensive place to have a vacation with mountains, right? Maybe that's what they're doing. I wouldn't say they look alike or anything like. I wouldn't compare Slovenia to Switzerland personally. Although I will say, of course, yeah, it looks like it's a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable, and a different vibe. I mean, this place, you got water, you got mountains, look at all this beautiful food.
Gourmet
I mean, that kind of goes for all of Europe, though. I mean, look at that. God, that is gorgeous, dude. Why does it feel like this would be so hard to replicate in the U.S., right?
No massive crowds.
Damn. Slovenia, shout out again. Looks absolutely stunning. Might have stumbled over the best kept secret in Europe. Go back. That's too fast. Look at all the colors. Yo, I love towns like this that are like, this is such a different vibe from where I live, for example. But, it's a little weird almost having everything so close together. But at the same time, it looks kind of cool, especially when everything's different colors. It's a little more unique. This is awesome. Right on the side of a mountain, of course. Ooh, we in Italy? God, I hope I'm... Okay, good. I was going to say, if I'm wrong, I'm going to get roasted for that. Sardinia, Italy. Now, I would say, at least from my perspective, that's a place you don't hear about much. You hear about, more famous places, right? Rome, Venice, Florence, these types of places. Sardinia, you don't really hear about. So I could say this probably qualifies as a secret or a hidden gem in Europe. That's pretty freaking cool, dude. POV, you visit the country in Europe no one visits. Damn, another beautiful place. Where the hell is this? It can't be Slovenia or Montenegro. We just saw those. Whoa. Oh. Dude, I don't know what happened there. Someone braver than I. It actually doesn't say in the description. It says, any guesses where this could be? #travel, #Europe. Here we go in the comments. They thought it was Turkey. I don't think it is. A lot of them say Bosnia. Bosnia. They meant Bosnia. Yeah, I think it's Bosnia. Someone else guessed Montenegro, but seems to be Bosnia. So, yeah, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yeah, that's got to be it. Most people are commenting that. I'm gonna take their word for it. That seems to be the theme here. Cries in broke American. I feel that. Yeah. Wow. I'll be honest. I've seen a couple cool posts here and there over the years. Like when we've looked at different Reddit posts and pictures, I've seen some cool things, some cool landmarks in Bosnia. I haven't seen like a comprehensive kind of, collage of different places though, like this. Yeah, I have to say, I'm sorry for my ignorance. Bosnia does look beautiful. Wow. Very cool. And I would say this definitely qualifies as a hidden gem. What good is living a life you've been given if all you do is stay in one place? Very true words. That is awesome. You know what? I know what this place is. I will actually say no disregard for this place at all, but I wouldn't say this is a hidden gem, right? Isn't this place pretty famous? This is Mont Saint-Michel, right? And this is in France, as far as I know. Yeah, I think it definitely is. It is. And my wife, before I knew her, like 15 or 16 years ago, I think my wife got to go here, actually. She has been here. And she said it's every bit as magical as you think it would be. I mean, this is just on a video, and it doesn't look real, right? I say that as a compliment. You have this beautiful grassy plain here, the misty skies, and of course the sheep, right? And that thing just kind of jutting out of nowhere, it almost looks like. It's so freaking cool. What a beautiful place. And yeah, I wouldn't call it a hidden gem. I think it's pretty famous, but maybe still not well traveled. Maybe a lot of people haven't been there. It looks gorgeous. Yeah, definitely a bucket list place. And shout out to my wife. You're lucky that you've been there. I think I bet it was awesome.
Seriously, what is this place?
Okay, this is one of the most beautiful islands in the entire world.
Yeah.
No, it's not Hawaii. This is Madeira. It's
Madeira.
off the coast of Portugal,
Yeah.
and this is the exact location. Madeira is known for some of
Jeez,
the
that
best
place
hiking
looks
in
so
the entire
incredible.
world. It's beautiful coastlines, and of
Wow.
course, the birthplace of the goat. Now, the best
Now, I didn't
part
know
is
that.
Madeira
Okay.
is actually pretty affordable. Here's a quick breakdown of the average cost of everything. And if you ever plan on going...
Why are all these places that literally look like paradise to me cheaper than a Chicago suburb? Oh my God, how freaking crazy is that?
Doing this famous hike,
Anyway.
visiting these natural pools, and chasing waterfalls. I have a free map and travel
That
guide.
view, coming out of a tunnel in a car and seeing this view. Wow, that might be one of the best views ever, pound for pound, right? Kilogram for kilogram. That might be one of the best views ever coming out of a tunnel. That is pretty epic. Damn. Let me know if you've been to Madeira. Is it like a pretty popular place, or is it under the radar? I'm not really sure, right? I wouldn't know that as an American, but it looks so beautiful there. All right, what do we have here? POV just discovered Europe's hidden autumn gem. I keep saying gem wrong. What's wrong with me? It's a 3-letter word, dude. Oh, I mean, this place does look awesome. It's crazy because autumn, I feel like, goes so quick, right? That time where you get all the colors, this aesthetic, it does not last long, right? It's not like it lasts 3 months. It's only lasts 2 weeks and it's gone. At least around me, perhaps. But where is this? According to the description, it is in Luxembourg. So shout out to Luxembourg, another place that we never talk about on this channel. And I have to say, why? It looks beautiful. Look at the landscape, the rocks and the cliffs. Jeez. Yeah, that looks epic. I have to say, not that it's the same at all. I'm not comparing, but it reminds me these. I can't get it paused on the right spot. Right there. This kind of where you have hiking parks that look like this, believe it or not, you can actually find this in various, rural parts, parks, I should say, that are in parts of rural Illinois, where I live. So, yeah, once you venture outside the cities and you go into, kind of western and southern Illinois, you get a lot of hilly landscapes, and you can have some hiking trails that you find waterfalls. You can find a lot of elevation change and rock walls and cliffs like this. And this really reminds me, if you wouldn't have had this wording here, I would have actually thought that was Illinois. So that's pretty cool to see, a kind of similar place all the way across the world in Luxembourg. I'm going to cut it there. I feel like there's tons and tons of hidden gems that you could show. There's more to learn about, I'm sure. And there might be even some secret hidden gems that aren't even shown on social media yet. They're just super secret. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. That's what I love. I mean, everyone knows famous places, and famous places usually get their rep, for a reason, right? They're famous for a reason, and it might be deserved or whatever. But you know what? I love the underdog too. I love showing places some love that don't get it all the time, and that exists, everywhere. Certainly Europe is full of hidden gems. Certainly here in the U.S. is full of hidden gems. I could give you a lot of those. I would just say if you visit the U.S., don't really bother with New York City or Los Angeles or Miami, right? The famous places. You're going to find a lot better people and a lot better times and beauty in between. This will be a good video for comments, and I would love to hear about your experiences in some places that you would consider a little bit under the radar. And I hope you are having a great next few days. I plan to upload a little bit when I can. We'll just have to see. This time of year is hectic, and I would like to be with family as much as I can. So keep that in mind. We'll see you whenever I see you. I appreciate you guys watching. That's going to be it. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.